only engagement. Because we know very well the import of promotion is a subject of a serious budgetary allocation. But when a union calls for a strike and indicates a problem, you cannot wish it away. We have followed all the legal means of a union to go on strike. But it now appears that the wisdom of this country to create the Ministry of Labor has been made irrelevant by employers. And one such employer is Teacher Service Commission, who chooses not to address themselves to the calls of the conciliatory role that they were supposed to do with the union, because that is what the legal route is all about. Instead, they choose adversarial means, basically meant to punish and to untwist the union, and to continue oppressing the teachers of this country. And that is why I'm telling the whole country that this industrial action has now metamorphosed to a struggle. Yes. Because without the review of career progression, and I hope you saw, those who watched Citizen yesterday at 9, you saw how teachers are coming out by themselves, yet they subscribe to a union. How they have been subjected to servitude and lack of recognition, even when the teachers have got loans to go to further the education. The current education system requires teachers with aptitude in research. It is the people who have gone to college with and further their own education to have masters and PhD who are now going to be useful to this country. So our struggle is not based on the increment of 1,000 bob.
Even 200.
It is not. Because when a teacher moves from one grade to another, his status is elevated. So the employer has refused to elevate the teacher. And this is what we must say. KUPPET power. KUPPET power. I must say this. This is not a laughing matter. This is not a laughing matter. I must say this. If employers are going to choose not to respect the Minister for Labor, then that ministry should be scrapped. Yes. And the minister should go home.
Yes. Yes.
KUPPET power. I'm telling you this for free. That is the reason for which this morning, this National Governing Council, which was called to review the status of the strike, have reported positively that the schools are not running and they are not going to run.
Yes.
KUPPET power. For the next 1 week.
Yes.
Even beyond.
Yes.
The teachers this time have vowed to stay at home.
Yes.
They have vowed to stay at home.
Yes.
We are only now appealing to those principals who have been persuaded by wrong notions to let the schools not to be banned. Because our teachers in post-primary are leading a very volatile group. You cannot keep students in school with teachers who are casuals. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot. The teachers who are known and who are qualified and competent to handle these students are the ones who know. So the parents who are risking the continued stay of their children in school, KUPPET is not responsible.
Yes.
We are not responsible.
All right, the tough-talking Secretary General from the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers right there, Akelo Misori, emphasizing that the strike is still on, pointing a blaming finger at the employer. That's the Teachers Service Commission. Remind you, just recently the government disbursed, is it roughly 31 billion Kenya shillings in terms of implementation of the phase 2 of the teachers' CBA. But according to KUPPET, that's just a drop in the ocean. There are a lot more issues that need to be canvassed, and that's why they're sticking to their guns. And some of those issues include the promotion of teachers, the timely promotion of teachers. We'll keep you updated on any other developments in the education sector. Allow us to take a short break right now. You're watching Weekend at 1. We'll be back in a few.
Enjoy na GoTV. Beste yako wafuta. Tuna connect na ligi